good night, brother.
703 on the line I'm speaking to. 703, hello.
Hello, this is Alex.
All righty, man. What's going on?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I wanted to ask you one question about whether it being from the election.
You said what now?
About the election.
Okay.
The audits that's been happening across the states.
All righty.
Do you think at this point there have been plenty of evidence that something has been going around with the election, but do you think these audits will change anything with the current administration?
I don't know. I have no idea because I've not really been following it, honestly. I want to see some actual, movement happen before I really start to get my hopes up and anything like that. So I really don't know. It remains to be seen. I'll kind of keep my eye on it a little bit from afar, and if anything starts to kind of brew up, then I kind of, I'll really get my antenna peaked up a little bit. But as of right now, I really don't know what's going to happen.
You just don't know what they're just going to pull off because, well, luckily for me, I live in an area somewhat liberal. It's not something like Portland, so even though what's been happening is just, even living here, it's just awful. It's just, I just can't stand it.
Yeah, man.
Thankfully, I found myself employed at a local restaurant and planning to save off, maybe to get out of here and maybe move to somewhere like Florida or Texas or somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean that's what everybody else is doing. I mean it's been happening for quite a while, even before all this stuff with the virus, and I think that it's going to ramp up a lot because of the virus and things of that nature. So, yeah, man, I say join the club. Just all you got to do is be conservative, bring conservative values, and you'll be all right.
And that's one thing I wanted to ask you. And do you think this mass in-state immigration, like people like going to from California to Texas, or people from New York City going to Florida, do you think in the future that they're going to bring in their liberal politics and really negatively affect those states?
I mean, it's already happened in Texas, like in Austin, Texas. Austin is pretty much California East. It's like a California enclave. So I just hope that doesn't really expand too much because it's going to be a problem. If they really want to bring their, liberal politics all over, that's going to be an issue. And I think that we have to really kind of fight against that by, having children, raising them correctly, and maybe they will outnumber all the nut jobs that are moving to these places.
Because all these leftists are all about abortion and all this cutting off your genitals. I'm just like, how are you going to grow as a community where you're actively just cutting off your way of life?
That's a really good point. If they're so anti-life, how are they going to create more of themselves? That's a really good point.
All they can do at this point, they can just try to indoctrinate people. But as most friends I know, like the most far left, don't like this wokeism, don't like this PC and nonsense. I'm trying not to swear here, but it's just, I don't think this wokeism is really going to try to easily manipulate people at this level.
Right. Yeah, man.
And I do see, as much as I have been dealing with a lot of problems, both in a mental scale, but luckily I've been doing fine, just trying to, with the help of family, with the help of friends, and I'm still going to try to keep on the good fight, and hopefully with the Virginia elections going in November, I'm trying to keep myself at a level-headed, but I just hope and pray for the best for at least my states, because if anything doesn't go right here, I'm getting out.
Right on, man. Well, thank you for the call. Definitely appreciate you.
Thank you, Anthony. You have a nice night.
Same to you now.